If you want to be an achiever, you've got to believe. If you really want to be an achiever, you've got to believe. If you want to be an achiever, here's what you gotta do. You have got to be a believer, y'all. I said, if you want to be an achiever, this is what you've got to do. You have got to be a believer. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If there's anything in life that you want, you've got to work hard for it. And it won't be easy, believe me. You better know it. You've got to strive. You've got to set your goals. Apply your mind, your heart and soul. And just to mention, you better pay close attention to what's going on right before your eyes. If you want to be an achiever, you've got to believe. If you really want to be an achiever, you've got to believe. Welcome to Halfway Back. I'm your host, KJ Rasheed, and I'd like to welcome you to this very special episode of Halfway Back. Now, Halfway Back is a presentation of the Homeless Artists Local Forum, a nonprofit foundation founded 4 years ago for the purpose of identifying and assisting performing and fine artists throughout Los Angeles, core of the city. And not only identifying and assisting them, but also connecting them with one another and with management personnel who can help guide their careers. Also, every week we have a special performing or fine artist here as a featured guest. This is RITA BARKER. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Okay.
And one of my closest friends in the Los Angeles area, who's been an associate of mine, helping me produce many of my shows, and I've been able to work with him. And he's a very established and accomplished producer in his own right. Michael, welcome. Thank you for being on my show.
Thank you.
You know, it's a great honor to have you guys, and some of the things that you do in the inner city helps my audience realize that everybody you see downtown is just not some bust out individual trying to get over or maybe on drugs. There's a lot of people down there who are struggling very hard to overcome the sometimes overwhelming circumstances in the city, and to promote the arts, and to and beyond that, also to assist people in their daily social struggles, like your organization, Unified Fathers for Life. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But first, I had met Rita 3 years ago and never got to see her perform, and I wanted to give our audience an opportunity to really see what you're into when you really hit a flow on that flute. And I want you to share your talents with my audience. If you don't mind, I'm going to ask you to hit a tune for me.
The street sighs like a waiting lover, and passion trembles undercover. We flow like blood
Well, very nice, very nice. And to sort of just puts everything into perspective. People downtown like yourself make me realize, just like the people throughout Los Angeles, that you can steal your little place of happiness, that there is a community, there is some love amongst the people, you know, downtown, and that there's some people down there that are of merit and of worth, not only to the downtown community, but to the artistic community at large. I want you to tell us a little bit about Miss RITA Barker, flautist, musician, and let us know a little bit about your background and how you got into the arts.
Well, it started when I was young. You know, I started in San Francisco, and I was exposed to music at an early age, hanging out with my mother, singing lessons, and then we came to Los Angeles. And in coming to Los Angeles, they didn't have any music in the school systems back then.
Right.
And then we moved to Santa Monica, and they had.
I think they have an art school.
Yeah,
in Santa Monica.
yeah, they have the music in the school systems. See, back in the day, they didn't have that in any of the LA city schools. Of course, Santa Monica is separate from Los Angeles, so they were able to another concept. So anyway, I was where we moved to another younger person played the flute in my neighborhood, where I lived at the time.
How old were you?
I was 8 years old.
The right old age of 8, huh?
Living at the beach in Santa Monica. And she played the flute, and I picked it up, showed me how to blow, and I've been blowing ever since.
Man, and I tell you
But it was a process.
You know, I'm a great fan of Chicago theme, Hubert Laws, and I go, you know, back even further. My love for jazz started with my father. So, I mean, when I hear you playing the licks that you hit, I know that you're an accomplished flautist, not, you know, just somebody who just picked it up last month.
Well, you know, I studied classical. I had teachers. You know, I had some pretty famous people that I studied with. Buddy Collette, Bill Green, James Newton. Yeah. And Herbie Mann was one of my mentors. Yusef Lateef was one of my mentors. Sonny Rollins. There was Pharoah Sanders was another flutist. I also played all the woodwind instruments, saxophone, oboe, bassoon. And I decided to pick up the flute because we complemented each other. It was smaller, it was more intimate, it was more feminine. Didn't have to carry around and lug around a big instrument.
And speaking of feminine, you hit that feminine quality. I mean, it's you know, just like the sax is considered so masculine, but the flute, you hit those notes and it just puts a little chill down a brother's spine.
To me, it's the magic and the beauty and the positive of the music, because when I came downtown, nobody knew. Everybody has this image of what being downtown is just one image.
Right, exactly.
Homeless, on drugs or something. No. Got a lot of intelligent and creative people down there.
What the purpose of this program, I love that you brought that up, is to dispel those images and to let people know that we have a community in the core of the city. There are children who go to school there. There are parents who mother and father children, you know, to adulthood living in the community downtown. And that's something that I want to hit further upon when I talk to Mr. Blades, because he has a foundation, and I can't say enough about it, Unified Fathers for Life. I love your motto. What is it?
A reuniting families, one father at a time.
Want to know anything about these artists or the Homeless Artist Local Forum? If you know an artist who you'd like to feature on this show, get in touch with me by email at newintellect2000@yahoo.com. That's newintellect2000@yahoo.com. Be a believer.